Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're talking about some very interesting and suspicious moments involving our beloved couple, Lingling Kwong and Orm Kornnaphat. Recently, something has been happening whenever Lingling says one particular word around Orm, and that word is wife. Every time Lingling says the word wife, Orm seems to become extremely shy. Her cheeks turn red, she tries to hide her reaction, and sometimes she looks like she suddenly doesn't know where to look. And honestly, it has made fans very curious. Because why does Orm get that shy whenever the word wife comes out of Lingling's mouth? Is Lingling intentionally calling Orm wife just to tease her? Or does Lingling sometimes say it so naturally that she doesn't even realize how much it affects Orm? And then there's another moment that makes everything even more suspicious. During a recent event, Lingling was supposed to say something as her character Ran, but instead of saying the character's name, Lingling suddenly said Orm's actual name. Yes. She basically turned a scripted moment into a very Ling-Orm moment. And when she realized what she had just said, the reaction from both of them was absolutely priceless. So today we're going to look at these suspicious moments, including the time Lingling seemingly spilled the tea on stage, the wife moments that made Orm blush, and the little reactions that made fans start connecting everything together. So, without talking any further, let's dive right into it. We all know how lovely Lingling and Orm are whenever they are together. Whether they are attending an event, promoting a series, appearing in an interview, or simply interacting with their fans, the two always seem to create memorable moments. And if you have been following Ling-Orm for a long time, there is one thing fans already know very well. Whenever Lingling gets excited or comfortable during an event, there is always a possibility that she might accidentally spill some tea. Lingling has often been described by fans as someone who is very straightforward and honest. And sometimes, when she gets caught up in the moment, something comes out of her mouth that makes everyone around her react. That is exactly why fans have become so interested in what Lingling says whenever she is on stage. Because you never know when one simple sentence might suddenly turn into a Ling-Orm moment. And recently, another one of those moments happened during an event connected to Ling-Orm ILF Episode 1. During the event, the presenter asked Lingling and Orm to act out a scene from their new series. The scene involved Ran telling Neen about her wish, that she simply wished she could wake up and see Neen. It sounds like a normal acting prompt, right? Well, it did not stay normal for very long. The presenter asked Lingling to act out the scene. Lingling then looked toward Orm and delivered the line. But instead of saying Neen, as her character Ran was supposed to say, Lingling said, "My only wish is to wake up and see Orm, not Neen, but Orm." The moment Lingling said Orm's real name, the entire atmosphere changed. Fans immediately screamed, and Lingling herself seemed to realize what had just happened, because she had just taken a line that was supposed to be between Ran and Neen, and somehow made it sound like Lingling herself was saying that she wanted to wake up and see Orm. And then we got Orm's reaction. Oh my goodness, Orm's face immediately started turning red. She looked so shy that it was almost impossible for her to hide it. And instead of simply continuing the scene, Orm quickly tried to bring the conversation back to the character. She started saying, "Nong Neen, Nong Neen." That made everyone laugh, because apparently Orm knew exactly what had just happened. Lingling had accidentally used her real name instead of the character's name. Let's go to watch that video.
เริ่มนะพร้อมนะ3 2 1เนี่ยตายแล้วเนี่ยไม่ทันจะพูดอะไรเลยเราเล่นให้จบบทโอเคให้ดูว่าเป็นตัวอย่างที่ผิดนะคะน่าปวดมากน่ากลัวคิวฉันยกข้างหนึ่งวะใช่ตื่นมาแล้วเจอน้องออมแบบนี้น้องนีนใครโป๊ะแตกคะออมอย่าเอาไม้ตีพี่แบบนี้ที่มีความสุขที่สุดเลยมีคนตายไหมเราตายอยู่ไม่ไหวตื่นมาแล้วเจอน้องออมแบบนี้น้องนีนใครโป๊ะแตกคะออมอย่าเอาไม้ตีพี่น้องนีนแบบนี้ที่มีความสุขที่สุดเลยมีคนตายไหมพวกเราตายอยู่ไม่ไหว
Did you see that? Even the presenter looked surprised by what Lingling said. And Lingling herself seemed to realize that she had just gone off script. But what made the moment even more interesting was that she didn't immediately try to completely change what she had said. She simply smiled, shyly, while looking toward Orm. And Orm? She was already blushing. That is exactly why fans started asking questions. Did Lingling simply make a funny mistake? Was she so familiar with Orm that Orm's name automatically came to her mind? Or was it just one of those moments where the line from the series accidentally became a little too close to reality? Of course, only Lingling knows exactly what was going through her mind at that moment. But the timing was absolutely hilarious. The character was supposed to say she wanted to wake up and see Neen. Instead, Lingling said she wanted to wake up and see Orm. And then Orm immediately became shy. That combination alone was enough to make the entire audience lose it. But wait, that wasn't the only suspicious moment. Because after the event, Lingling and Orm had another interaction with the media about their new series. And somehow, the conversation came back to another very interesting word: wife. During the interview, the media asked Lingling whether she still felt shy when she and Orm called each other wife. And Lingling answered with a shy expression. She explained that the word isn't something they use very often, so hearing or saying it can still feel a little shy. But then Lingling added something that made the conversation even more interesting. She explained that the word wife has a kind of possessive feeling to it. In other words, wife can sound more possessive than simply calling someone a lover. And then the interviewer asked Lingling to actually say the word. And Lingling did not hesitate. She loudly said, wife. But here is where things got interesting. As Lingling said the word, she turned toward Orm's side. And you can probably already guess what happened next. Orm started blushing. Her cheeks became noticeably red, and she tried to control her reaction. But there were cameras everywhere, so hiding that reaction was basically impossible. And honestly, the way Orm tried to deal with the situation made the whole thing even cuter. Let's go to watch that video.
พูดแรกๆเขินไหมคะตอน
เขินนะคำว่าเมียใช่ไหมอ๋อจริงๆเขินนะเป็นคำที่ไม่ค่อยได้ใช้เลยอ่ะแล้วก็เป็นคำที่แบบดูแบบว่าใช่ดูแบบว่าห่วงอ่ะมันมีความแบบห่วงอยู่ในคำนี้ฉันรู้สึกว่าเฮ้ยที่มีอะไรอย่างเงี้ยมันไม่ตรงแรงเนาะใช่มันดูแสดงความเป็นเจ้าของมากกว่า
ขอลองฟังชัดๆได้ไหม
ใช่เลยค่ะขอลองฟัง
นี่เลยเปิดเลยเมียเขินนะอะไร
ค่ะอยู่ไม่ไหว
มันเขินนะ
ไม่ไหวอยู่ไม่ไหว
มันอยู่ไม่ไหว
ไม่ไหวแล้ว
น้องออมพี่เขาเรียกเราคนแรกเลยนะ
เมีย
ได้รับเกียรตินี้เลย
ได้รับเกียรติเลยเป็นเกียรติอย่างยิ่งคุณนะครับเมียเขินปะอะไรเขินเนาะมันแบบเราไม่ใช่กันเนาะเราจะแบบขนาดพ่อแม่หนูแต่งงานแล้วอ่ะยังเรียกกันว่าแฟนอยู่เลยอ่ะภรรยาเนาะ
Did you see that? Orm's face was practically glowing from embarrassment. And the funniest part was that Lingling was saying the word so casually. Wife. She said it so naturally that it almost sounded like an ordinary word to her. But Orm's reaction, definitely not ordinary. Orm looked like she wanted to disappear from the cameras for a second. And then, instead of completely rejecting the word, she even joked about being honored to be the first wife. And that is exactly the kind of moment that makes Ling Orm fans start looking at each other like, wait a minute, what exactly is going on here? Because when we put these moments together, the timing becomes incredibly funny. First, Lingling says that her wish is to wake up and see Orm instead of saying Neen. Orm immediately turns red. Then later, Lingling is asked to say wife. She says it loudly and turns toward Orm. Orm blushes again. So naturally, fans start wondering why this particular word seems to have such an effect on Orm. Well, there is even more. In another interview, the media asked Orm whether she feels shy whenever Lingling calls her wife. And this time, Lingling answered before Orm could. Lingling basically said that Orm is not shy. Orm then agreed and acted as if everything was completely normal. Nothing to see here. No one is shy. Everything is perfectly normal. But then, just a few seconds later, Lingling turned toward Orm and called her wife. And suddenly, Orm started to blush. The moment Lingling said it, she immediately became shy again. This time, her reaction was even harder to miss. Orm started biting her own fingers, almost as if she was trying to stop herself from showing just how embarrassed she was. And that made the whole situation absolutely hilarious. Because only seconds earlier, Orm had basically agreed that she wasn't shy. Then Lingling says the magic word. And suddenly Orm started to blush. Let's go to watch that video.
ไม่เขินค่ะ ไม่เขินค่ะปกติก็ปกติ
เพราะปกติก็เรียกแบบนี้
ปกติไม่
เห็นว่าปกติไง
เฮ้ยนักข่าวว่า
จริงๆดิ่งมีดี
ไม่
ไซน์
เคยได้ยินสิบ่อยอย่างนี้บ่อยไงจากแบบเวลาป้าแจ๋วพูดหรือว่าเวลาอ่านบทอะไรเงี้ยเราจะได้ยินบ่อยแล้วเราเลยไม่เขินเนี่ยจ้าก็เป็นฟีลแบบข้างร้านสาวจะต้องการจ้า
Did you see that reaction? This is exactly why fans keep bringing up this moment. During the interview, Orm agreed with Lingling that she wasn't shy when Lingling called her wife. She even said that the word wife is just a normal word. Everything seemed completely normal. But the second Lingling actually called Orm wife, Orm's face suddenly became so shy. And that little finger-biting reaction was just too cute. It almost looked like Orm was trying her best to hide her reaction from the cameras. But of course everyone noticed anyway. Meanwhile, Lingling seemed completely comfortable saying the word wife. She says it so effortlessly. And that contrast is what makes the moment so funny. Lingling, completely calm. Orm, trying desperately not to blush. Fans, watching every single facial expression. And honestly, when you look back at all these moments, it becomes very easy to understand why fans have become so suspicious. Because there are several different moments happening close together. Lingling accidentally says she wants to wake up and see Orm. Orm immediately gets shy. Then Lingling says wife and turns toward Orm. Orm blushes again. Then someone asks if Orm is shy about being called wife. Both of them say it's normal. And then Lingling says it again. And Orm immediately starts acting shy. These moments are certainly giving fans plenty to talk about. What makes Lingorm so entertaining is that they always seem to create these little moments that leave everyone watching closely. Sometimes it's a look, sometimes it's a joke, sometimes it's an unexpected word, and sometimes it's Lingling accidentally saying something that was definitely not what the script said. That is why fans are always waiting for Lingling to spill the tea. When Lingling accidentally said she wanted to wake up and see Orm, was that simply a funny slip-up? Or did Lingling really mean that she wanted Orm right beside her when she woke up? We don't have the answer, but one thing is certain, the moment was hilarious. And with Orm's shy reaction and Lingling realizing what she had just said, the whole moment became even more memorable for everyone watching. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think Lingling calls Orm wife on purpose just to make her shy? Or do you think Lingling has simply become so comfortable with the word that she says it naturally? And what about that other moment when Lingling was supposed to say she wanted to wake up and see Neen, but instead said, I want to wake up and see Orm? Do you think that was just a funny slip of the tongue? Or was it one of those moments where Lingling's real thoughts accidentally came out before she could stop them? I want to know what you guys think. Comment down below and let me know your thoughts. I always love reading your comments and seeing what everyone noticed in these Lingorm moments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any future updates about Lingling and Orm. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.